All right, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, everybody. Happy hump day. I am trying to figure out how to make sure that we are streaming on Instagram also, because it's important that we go ahead and get it in on Instagram as well. Let's see. Dating diaries. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, all right. We should be good. I don't know. Go live. I'm not sure. I don't know how to do this. Somebody, if you guys know how to go live, we're trying to go live on both. But while I'm trying to figure that out, let me go ahead and get my co-host in the building. What's good, Scorpio Mo?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, world? What's happening, Crystal?
Man, I have a testimony. What's up, C Dub?
What up, C Dub? What up?
I have a testimony. I want to share my testimony. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Well, I just want to say, because I feel like if I have a testimony that, yes, cheers to Seagram's Escapes. I definitely will be on my Seagram's Escape on on Friday for our recap of Family Empire. And speaking of Family Empire, before I get into my testimony, I just want to send a not condolences, but our hearts are with the cast of Family Empire Houston. As some of you all may know, there was bad weather there in Houston. I have an uncle that stays in Houston, and from what I heard from Owen, I was supposed to interview the ladies this past week, but we had to reschedule those interviews because of the weather. And some of them were, I think they didn't have power. So we just want to send EXO and love out to and concern out to the families and the cast members from Family Empire Houston.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything is back up and running and everybody's in a good space. But yeah, so you guys tune in. We'll definitely be talking about that. And those interviews, will be coming up as well. But I just want to share my testimony if you guys are okay with that. If you guys have watched this channel, for those of you that are like my day ones, you will probably know that I started this channel because I was working for a media platform titled Rolling Out. And I had started like a YouTube channel that was just about, I was giving PR tips out because I was an entertainment PR person, a publicist at that time. And so I had started doing this thing called a PR minute. Well, I ended up talking to the publisher of Rolling Out, and he encouraged me to come over to the brand and kind of bring that conversation over. And so I did. But because the audience, I feel like it was limited, I started this YouTube channel so I could also have the conversations here on YouTube as well.
Right.
Thank God. Thank God, I did that because I was able to really transform. And the conversations back then were literally just the conversations I was doing for Rolling Out. But it grew, right? And so we got to know each other. The audience grew. Most of that at the time was Ready to Love or Other Reality Checks. That's the name of the show that I did there at Rolling Out. And so I had been there for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes how if you don't feel respected or appreciated someplace, but it's hard for you to leave because you feel like you can earn that respect, right? And this is not just with a job. Sometimes this is also with a relationship. Sometimes we know our gut is telling us something is not right.
Right.
But we stay because we believe in what we're doing. And for me, I'm a person that really just believes in promoting things that are positive. And so I was like, well, this is a great opportunity, and I want to help grow the brand, and I did. But I knew it was time to go, and I did not. And as a result, I was really unhappy in that situation there. And some things came to a head, and finally, I don't like disrespect. So I was disrespected at the ultimate last week. And so I said, you know what, I've had enough. And I left. But the reality is I had been disrespected numerous times. And I had, and not at that level, but I had allowed it to go on because I'm going to tell you guys the honest truth. I think that I did not believe in myself as much as I believed in that brand. Right. And so I was the brand had been around since 1996. I was in college in 1996. So I'm thinking like, this is something that's bigger than me. But the reality is that when God puts something in your heart, there is nothing bigger than that. And so I am telling you, I turned in the resignation and I felt such a sense of peace. And I felt like, man, I wish I had done this a long time ago, because God does not require you to stay any place where you're disrespected or not appreciated. And that's the reality. He is never going to ask you to remain in a place where you're disrespected. My poor husband was like, what are you doing? Get out of that. That's another thing, having the right person in your life. It's like, babe, you don't have to do that. You don't need to be disrespected. But I just wanted to say that really quickly, not to go into anything too in depth. But I do want to say to anyone out there that may be in a situation where they feel like they're not appreciated or they're being disrespected, there is never an excuse to stay in that situation. And I trust. The craziest thing is, it was so hard for me just to leave the situation. But as soon as I did, I felt peace, and something so much better, came out of the situation. A much bigger position where I'm actually part owner of the magazine came out literally within 48 hours.
See,
And so,
I got works.
see, you got to just let go of what's holding you back. And when you let go of that and give it to God and trust God and walk forward, He will meet you. And I wish that I hadn't stayed as long as I did, but it's because I needed to come here and share this with you guys so that you would know, do not stay where you're disrespected or not appreciated, because God is never going to bless that. I would be trying to do stuff, trying stuff and trying and trying and trying, and this cover and that cover and this. It was never enough because I wasn't supposed to be there. So
good for you.
Yeah, I had to share that with the XO family. God
I
will
like that.
never require you to stay with a man that disrespects you, a woman that disrespects you, just because she looked good or just because he got money. That is never the place that you need to be. So I just wanted to bring that on home. Yeah, wanted to bring it on home.
I'm glad you know what? That leads me into my next thing.
Okay, let's do it.
And this is what I want to do. I was going to wait till Saturday to do it, right?
Okay.
But I was like, you know what? Because I know what kind of week that you had or a few days that you had.
Man.
So I said, I'm going to do it in front of, the people that watch us on Wednesdays, or really period, but especially on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Because I know it's the middle of the week and so on and so forth. And I just kind of wanted to share it with them while I give you and show you, this is for you.
Oh my God. Hey! The Dating Diaries podcast. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I was glad it came. I wasn't sure if it was going to come back in time, but it did. See?
So now we have from Christal with Love XO and the Dating Diaries podcast. That's the brand. That's what we're doing here. I thank God for the opportunity to start this. But now it's time to take it up to the next level. And I brought my friend in from 20 years plus to be a part of it. And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. So I'm going to give this to you Saturday at the event. But I wanted to share it with the people, you know what I mean? Because I don't know how many people from that watch are actually going to be there. So I wanted to share it with everyone here. So to you, my gift to you.
Well, that's gets to us. That's us. It's us. Dating Diaries is us.
Yeah. But I wanted you to have it, and it means something, we're doing this thing together, and, I thought that was real cool. So,
man, and you know what's so crazy? Like, and I think a lot of people probably can relate to that. Like, with you and I working together, I know we're both, like, you can't work with people that are not aligned and have the same energy that you do. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work, or at least when I first started in this business, I had to work with a lot of people that I was not in alignment with. I will admit that. But as time went on, I realized that I didn't want to do that. And this situation was one of the last ones I needed to get out of. And I think that what's important is we have to realize who you work with, you spend a lot of time with. That's a lot of energy. And if that person is not, if we're very aware that there's different, everybody has different spirits, different energies, different vibrations. You got to make sure the people that you are interacting with on a regular basis are on the same vibration as you are, because that's what makes this so effortless. And I think that's also what makes the viewers have been so receptive. And you guys know, I had several people that would come on. Over the years, there have been other people that have come on and co-hosted with me various shows. And it's never been the response that the two of us have. And I'm like, it's because this is just really just us being us. It's not forced, and we're on the same page. And so I think that, these are conversations that we would have when we were just friends trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
There was something special about it. And so I'm just excited that it feels right. And I think if I could share that with anybody, if something doesn't feel right and you have a pit in the bottom of your stomach every time you're interacting with that person or dealing with that situation, pray for release. And as our good sis Melody Hope says, when God says go, feel free to go. So God said go. I've got that release, and I am feeling amazing.
Good for
And
you.
we got a big weekend coming up. Saturday is Love Connection XO. Love Connection XO here at ATL. I got word today from the owner of ATL. You guys, I don't know if we've said this, but ATL is a Black-owned business. ATL is also owned by another friend of mine, a single guy, ladies. Now, I don't know if I can get him to date, but he is very single and very eligible. But I've known him for 20 years as well. And I think keeping it in the family, keeping it with people that we care, we actually like want to see be successful and have always supported us, makes it great. And so when you come out on Saturday, number one, the food is great. The venue is very classy because we don't do anything that's not classy and it's not, grown and sexy. But remember that this is owned by a young Black man, 3 young Black men that came together and bought this building and created this space to celebrate Atlanta culture. That's why it's called ATL. So we're going to do the Love Connection there, but we really wanted people to become familiar with the venue. So if you want to go on a date someplace, or you want to take your girlfriends out someplace classy where it's not going to be a lot of twerking, and nothing's wrong with the twerking, but you may not want to twerk over brunch. You may want to have a brunch that doesn't have twerking. And you can do that at ATL, I'm nothing against the twerking, but I'm just saying, if you want to go someplace where you can hear some live jazz, you can hear some good music, you can hear a great DJ, you can come out to ATL. And that's what we're introducing you guys to on Saturday.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Blondie Monique says her birthday is tomorrow, girl. We need to, now when you come on Friday, we'll have to have a happy birthday. Do something. Mo, can you sing happy? Can you rap or sing happy birthday? I'm just saying, just asking a question. Because Blondie Monique, she's a regular, and we would like to celebrate her birthday.
Okay, no, we'll figure it out there, but I can't sing or rap, so I can't. I'm just saying, I'm not a singer.
There were 2 options.
Yeah, I don't do the other thing no more neither. But but we'll definitely do something. I'll buy you a drink. We'll do more than that. Whatever. We'll definitely do something. I promise
you. If you come out, Blondie, if you're here, she said she's going to see Escape in SWV on Friday. Okay, girl, you're going to enjoy that. You're definitely going to enjoy that. I know they're putting a lot of energy into this tour. Yes. Okay.
We got a good weekend. Then she's going to rock with us on what, Saturday?
I hope so.
Come through Saturday. We got you.
Yeah, we got your dinner on us if you come out, Blondie.
Yeah, there you go.
Dorica says you can definitely rap, Mo, but whatever. Sounds like Dorica has some information.
I don't know what you talking about.
You know what? So what tonight I put tonight's episode is going to be all about dating tips leading up to our event on Saturday. But I want to read something that was sent to me, was sent to us actually, and I missed this, so I want to see it. I want to go ahead and read it because I think this is part of why we do this, and we want to be able to share with people and get to know what is going on. Just help people from where they are. Right. We want to be able to um, reach people where they are, and so that is what this show is about. Is really just helping people as we're all trying to figure out life. And so this is a question that came in actually about a month ago. And like I said, it went to the email, but for some reason it was in spam. So I'm not going to read the name just because I don't know if she wants me to read her name, but I'm going to read the email. Hi, Christal. I really enjoy watching your shows here in England. I think the dynamic between yourself and Scorpio Mo is great, and I love that you can get both a man and a woman's perspective on relationship issues. You've given me something to look forward to every Wednesday. I am age 54, currently single. I have two adult children from my 20-year relationship. I've now been divorced 10 years. I've casually dated here and there, but I'm old school and have never tried internet dating. I don't do Facebook, Instagram, etc. So my question for you and Mo is, what advice would you give to someone navigating dating online for the first time? If indeed you feel it is a good idea to try these dating apps. Again, I look forward to watching the show on Wednesday. All right. I'm going to let you start out. What advice would you give to our viewer that says she watches from England? She's 54 years old. She was in a 20-year relationship, so she does know how to stick and stay. But she has been single for 10 years. She's got adult children, so she's stepping back out into uncharted waters. And what advice would you give to our good friend?
Okay, just for starters, I'm gonna get to the online dating thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shame in it no more in this time that we live in. Everything is online.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery shopping, clothes, everything is online right now. So there's no shame in that. Let's start there because I know some people are apprehensive and they don't want people to view them as like they can't get them. It's not about you can't get somebody. It says that that's where they're at. And to me, you make the pool smaller, right? If you meet somebody out, they might not have intentions on really dating. At least what they're supposed to do on these dating sites are these are the people that are looking to date. Mm-hmm. So you narrowed it down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get in there, really take your time. Don't rush into anything. If you decide to take that route. Mm-hmm. Say you live in England, I would tell any woman, because we're in the same age bracket, me and her, and I would say, believe it or not, and I would say just anywhere. Older men that are wanting to settle, go to the cigar spots. That's where the older men are now. You know, in that age realm bracket. Mm-hmm. If it England, wherever they serve tea and crumpets. Older gentlemen. Like, you don't want to go where they're playing loud music. Loud music attracts young people. Go somewhere where it's mellow.
Right.
It's cool. But nah, I would definitely say the what's the name is the best bet though. No shame. Go out there. And the biggest thing is take your time.
Yeah.
View the profiles, talk. If you gotta wait 2 to 3 weeks to go on the date, do so and ask a whole bunch of questions and do a lot of listening.
Here you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I agree with that. I first of all, I want to piggyback on what you said about not feeling. I have a couple girlfriends that are like that. It's like they don't live in Atlanta because Atlanta is a little bit of a faster paced city, right?
Right.
And so they don't believe in online dating. They're always concerned about, oh, am I going to look desperate if I get online? And you made a good point. Like we do everything online at this point. We shop. We grocery shop, we shop for clothes, we order I mean, we do everything that you can have a doctor's visit online at this point.
Yes.
Um, you can talk to your therapist online. Like,
Yes.
there's no shame in it. And I do think that sometimes my and I'm not a technically savvy person. That's one of my weaknesses, right? You guys see, I just got my camera fixed, so I can actually give you a better view. I just am not a technical person, and I think that is because those of us that are the Generation X, I guess we're just not. That's not really how we were raised.
Right.
But I think we have to be open to. You have to be open to change. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. You have to be open to change. You have to be willing to embrace something different. And I also think that specifically women of color, we have been taught to believe that if we acknowledge that we do want a relationship and we prioritize it, that looks thirsty, or it looks like
Really?
it's desperate. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, you know what, you have to prioritize a relationship. If you want to meet someone, you have to prioritize meeting someone. And most people don't meet people when they're out anymore, right? So because people do so much online shopping, like when I met my husband, he does not go to the grocery store. He just Instacarts, because a lot of men don't like the grocery store, right? So
I want.
yeah, so where I'm in there, just to pushing the cart around, and I would say when I first got divorced, when I was in my 30s, I would meet a lot of men in the grocery stores. But now times have changed. We're so on our phones now. A lot of men are not going to the grocery store. They're not going to the mall. They're not going to church. They're not going out. And so I think that if you want to increase your chances as you're trying to make dating a priority, there's nothing wrong with opening up a profile. Now, my advice is gonna be more about, once you decide to do it, you have to, just like if you're writing a resume, right? You got to spend time focused on how your first impression comes across. When you see a person out, if you're at a gas station, and again, do not ever meet men at gas stations. I've had the most horrible experiences at gas stations in Atlanta. But if you meet someone out at a gas station or someplace, your first impression is they see the full you, right? So they see your full body, they see what you look like, if you have on makeup or not, whatever. They get a first impression that's all inclusive. So I think it's important when you are writing a profile to make sure you pay attention to what that first impression is going to be like from you. Um, it doesn't sound like our good sis from England. I don't think that I have to worry about her being too provocative in her pictures. But I think sometimes as women, we go the other way, right? And so if you're on a dating site and you only have yourself in like sweaters and just from here up, and then you're not really giving someone a good opportunity to see the fullness of who you are. I think there's nothing wrong with showing a picture that feels confident and shows your full body, right? That's smiling. I think smiling is always something that men have always told me that, like, Christal, when you go out, a lot of women have resting bitch face. Make sure that you smile. One of my good girlfriends who can hit on guys, like, she's like a guy. She's very good. And she would coach me, right? When I first got divorced, because I'm very, very shy and I did not know what to say to guys. And she was like, Christal, you got those big old pretty eyes. Just smile at them. And I do know how to do that. And so I would do that walking in a Quick Trip, smile at the guy behind the counter. Doesn't mean that you want to be with him, but just practice smiling. So when you're talking about your profile pictures, make sure that your pictures appear happy and light and fun. Nobody, and if it's only like this constantly from an angle, it looks like you're hiding something. So make sure you have some full body pictures.
Yeah, they are.
Make make sure that your profile shows the totality of who you are, not just what you do for work, not just not just all about your children, but who you are as a person, who that person is going to be getting to know.
Post what you want to attract.
Very good.
Because what happens is, especially of that age, of a certain age, I'll say that. For a man to take you serious, we don't want to see a bunch of pictures of you in the club. That's crazy. If you have, let's say, six profile pictures or six
Mhm.
pictures in your profile, and all of them are in a nice spot. He might, but it's hard to turn that around and take you serious
Mhm.
because to him you're outside. You know what I'm saying? And when we think about settling down, we don't want outside. If we want to, we don't want to. That's not what we want to see. Like family is attractive to settle down with.
Okay.
When we see family, we see you posting trips, with loved ones,
Hmm.
or even by yourself. If you're looking for a guy that wants to travel and post pictures of you traveling,
I like that.
your passport. If you're into
Don't post your passport.
no, not that, but just show them that you're out and about and you like to, you're not stuck in one spot.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying post with if you're into sports, post yourself with your favorite team jersey or at your favorite sports game or whatever it is. Like post what you want to attract. Because you'll get a guy that's not into sports, but you are into sports.
Mm.
So, like I said, post what you want to attract. We
Yeah.
want to attract men that are interested in your goods, then post your goods. I'm just saying, post what you want to attract, and because a lot of times you say, well, that's what men like, but men like for what? You see what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Man,
For
like
what?
what? That's good. That's good because sometimes it's out. Let's just be honest, right?
Yeah.
Let's just get, as my mama would say, let's just get to the nitty gritty.
Yes.
It is a lot easier and you will get a lot more attention and a lot more responses if you post sexually provocative pictures.
Mm-hmm.
However, that goes back to what you said about for what. So you're going to get a lot more responses. It's going to be a slow roll, right? With pictures that are full of substance. Like for me, I was on the dating apps. Whew. I was on there and I remember, if you post pictures of yourself, I think I would always do like 5 pictures. So I would do something showing me, I would also do things showing my hobbies, like you guys know, I like to ride horses. And I would have, me on my horse or riding my horses or out someplace like that. Definitely out and about with my girlfriends. But, so you would see a little bit of Crystal in different places, and then just, some just I guess promo photos where it's just you by yourself. Do not post you and your girlfriends, okay? Because the guy's gonna try to figure out who is she. You just post you. Don't
Yeah,
do
I did.
don't do that. Same thing with guys. But
Yeah.
I would say my point is, like, it's going to be for those of you out there that are thinking, wow, well, I post myself and I don't get much attention. If I post my body or I post provocative pictures, I get a lot more attention. But that attention is not going to lead to probably what you're looking for if you're really looking for a real relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
So I would say just figure out, use the bait for what you want to catch. And
There it is.
if you want to catch a man for tonight, fine. Off you go. Like, turn around and look back at it or whatever. But if you actually really want companionship, then like Mo said, post what you are, post what you want. And I would also say, ladies, make sure your profile does not have a lot of directives. Men are big kids and they like fun. So when it seems like I'm not doing this and I'm not doing this,
Right.
you doing this and I'm not, like, girl,
Automatic turn off.
he's not, just like, I don't like that. As a woman, when I would go to a man's page and he was like, I ain't on here to be used. So if you just trying to use me for my money, I'm out.
It's negative energy jumping off the
It's
page already.
jumping. It's jumping off the page. It is. So I mean, don't do that. Post, and when you read it, try to look at it. I would ask a guy friend. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of crazy, so I know.
And do that for the pictures too, because
And use bright colors. I think I told you guys when I first got divorced, I was wearing browns and nudes and blacks. And I remember I went out with Mo and our other friend, and they were like, why do you wear those colors? And I didn't even, it was subconscious. And I never even thought about it. We went and they took me to a shop, a boutique, Rose Couture. Shouts out to Rose. It was
Hey,
on
Rose.
Old National. And because I didn't have any clothes after, some stuff that happened, I didn't have anything. And I remember them picking out stuff for me that was bright colors. And it taught me, I learned, and I started to change, but I didn't realize that I would always, because I've always been super curvy, I always would try to find darker colors or things that hid that. And it was just making me seem boring and drab. And they like the bright sundresses that are in bright colors. Brown skin of any hue looks amazing with color on it. So friends, make sure that you're embracing yellows, oranges, turquoise. You know, those colors look beautiful on our melanated skin. So make sure
It
that
really
you're doing
does.
that. Yeah.
It really,
Yeah.
really, really, really does.
Not,
And
wait a minute. Someone said the dudes are searching for nurses with the purses. What does that mean?
but it's what's two things. It's double fold. A woman that's going to take care of you that got money. Nurses with purses. Take
I
care.
thought it meant that she had a, you know, okay, all right.
I don't know, but we might need to start using that. Whatever you talking about. No, but and then also be easy with the filter and the lighting, because I know y'all like lighting, but some of y'all don't. You're not really that complexion. Let him
Well, I don't
see.
think that's lighting. I think that's not lighting. I think that's filter.
I mean,
Lighting does.
pardon me. Well, the lighting with the filter, yeah, because I ran into that. But it's not necessarily a problem as it is you just looking at least close to how you look. Can we at least get it
What you
close?
don't want. What you don't want. Because guys, let's get to the nitty gritty. What all of us, I don't think there's anyone that is not somewhat um afraid of rejection in some way, men or women. No one wants to be
Yeah,
rejected. So if you post pictures on your profile that don't look anything like you are increasing the odds of that man showing up and being surprised, and it not necessarily being a positive surprise. So I would always say that was one of my rules of thumb. I would always make sure I had pictures that didn't have a lot of makeup, because I did not ever want someone to see me and say, "You don't look anything like your pictures." Oh my gosh, that would have been really hard for me to hear. So I tried to make sure that what I look like is what I look like, right? And yes, I'm not gonna lie. As a woman, it can be very tempting to use the filters. Specifically now, they didn't really have those when I was dating online. But the filters make you look like something that you're not. So when you have those filters, Mo will send me pictures of women, and I'll be like, this is not her. This is an AI version of her. Because I can tell I'm a woman. I know, like, anytime the eyes, like, I've done it a few times, not on dating sites, but, sometimes it makes us feel good to use a filter, see what we would look like if we never went through anything negative. And, it's not even a real person. But the point is, that's not you. And whoever you end up with, you really want them to appreciate and value you. So show that.
yeah. So, yeah. We're more. The reason why you hear about it so much is because of the trickery. Show more of you, you wouldn't hear that. You see what I'm saying? You're only hearing it based on the guys feeling like we're more acceptive to things than you think we are. We have sisters, we have mothers, we know what certain things look like. We know, like, we're more informed than you think.
Yeah.
Believe me. People
Yeah.
like, I want you to see me with this or whatever. We got family. Like, relax. We know.
They
Just
got a crystal someplace, like, that ain't how she looks. Oh, she's doing it like that. Look at that wig. Look at that. Why is it sitting like that? What's the rest of it look like? Like, that is what they have. So, but most importantly, I think it's sad that a lot of us don't feel comfortable showing ourselves. Like, I'm definitely one that's gonna put on a wig every once in a while, but I also had pictures of me with my natural hair, just because I had a lot of guy friends that were like, nah, I like all that weave and stuff. They make sure, what do you look like without a wig on? So I made sure that, and that's not just for them. It really is for you, because if you're not confident in yourself, then it's gonna be, that person is gonna feel that when you guys meet up. And so I think
there you go.
it's really important to just get used to being the best version of you that you can.
And confidence adds another level of attraction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To anyone.
Yeah.
to anyone. Yeah.
And you're right. Hey, you 7 her 3. She says men straight up appalled when a woman goes to bed with their hair wrapped up. I actually have been in that situation before, but
It don't bother me.
a lot of men don't care. So I think you just have to find a man that gets you, like, and then there are some women, you got to figure out what works for you. Just figure out what works for you. But I would also say, and I say this to the chat, guys, you got to speak positivity. Like, you got to say that I'm going to do this. And even if everybody that you meet is not your significant other, which it wouldn't need to be that way anyway, because no one's right until you get that one is going to be right. Everybody else before that is going to be wrong.
There you
So
go.
you can't go into it with the here we go with this BS. Like, don't, if you're gonna do that, just keep it. Just stay off the site.
You're not ready yet. Yeah, there you go. But I will say, don't go to bed with a man's do-rag on. That might be an issue. You can't go with a wave cap on. We don't want to see a man's wave cap on you. Other than that, I don't care.
I probably have done
You
that.
can't be doing it.
I've done that with my honey bunny. I have done that. But yes, okay, so let's also get to the definitely video conference before meeting up. Absolutely. And do not let anyone rush you into meeting before you are ready.
There you go. That part.
I think that there's nothing wrong with taking your time. Like I said, we're going to slow walk this. Take your time, because if someone is rushing, 9 times out of 10, they have something to hide and they have a short window. They're working with a short window.
Yeah.
And you don't, if somebody is really into it, usually guys that are serious, they are a little bit more open to a woman taking her time. If somebody is rushing you and telling you they miss you and they got to see you, then I would run. I would put on my sneakers and I would run.
Got you. Yeah, just give them a chance to say something stupid. They might not.
Oh, 9 times out of 10, they will.
But give them a chance.
The other fish. Okay, there he is. Oh, making sure that he's alive.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, because Jaquarius met an untimely death.
Yes, rest in peace to Jaquarius.
Yes. But yes, do meet up sooner than the never ever mets. That was foolish. Yeah. And as we learned from all of them, they were BSing us. Most of them were not even really in a relationship.
Right.
They weren't even really talking on the phone. Online. They were just trying to be on TV. All right. I think that you have something to share. Don't you have a situation that you'd like to share tonight? Something to get off your chest?
Yeah, well, that's funny. I have a dating disaster.
Ooh.
This is a old dating disaster. Let me say this again. This is a old dating disaster.
Hold on, yes. TQ as Jaquarius is gone. Yes. A moment of silence.
Yes, moment of silence for Jaquarius.
Yeah. Back to the story. Okay.
So Christal loves this story, by the way. This is my and Christal, if you ever tell me to tell this story again, refer to them to this episode, please. You know what story I'm going for.
I do. I'm ready. Let's do it. You guys share this, share so everybody can hear it for the first time.
And the last time. Okay, so I had a situation where I met a woman and she was bisexual. Now, prior to this, I've had 4 successful menages. I'm just put that out there. I had 4 successful. So I meet this woman and she tells me that I'm playing it cool when she says, well, I hate when guys, as soon as I say that, they always try to rush a threesome. Which I've never even asked for a threesome. They all came to me. I've never initiated one. I never did any of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to say anything. I hung out with her one time. I saw her briefly another time. And now her birthday came up. She told me to meet her at this hotel by Lenox Mall and the specific day. and it was Saturday evening.
Hold on. Don't slow walk this because this is good. I need everybody to share. First of all, like this, like this post. Like it. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. I need the likes to go up before we get into this story. Now, first of all, I want to go back. I want to take you guys back, right? Mo, I would tell him, I was like the goody two shoes friend, and I would tell Mo, like, I don't, you shouldn't be just doing these threesomes. And Mo would say that he prayed for the threesomes, and I told him that that was not right.
But I never asked for them. Once I had the first one, I
You
did
prayed.
pray for them.
You did pray for it.
Yeah, I definitely did.
And I
But I
told you.
never asked.
I told you, right? You did not ask, but you did pray for it, and I also told you that that was not correct. I told you that that was not how God wanted to be used. That is not the way you should be using God's prayer. Exactly. No, I told him it was wrong. Now I believe, and he laughed at me and C Dub. See, C Dub laughed too. They acted like I was crazy. Christal, you're always trying to save the girls. And I was like, there's usually when the girls are just offering to do stuff like that, their self-esteem is usually low. I just want to give you guys the backstory. So I told him that it was absolutely wrong and it was inappropriate for him to be praying for a threesome. He continued and continued.
And so it was her birthday. I met her at this hotel, big hotel that near Lenox Mall, across the street actually. And we get into the room. She was there already. I met her there. She had the room kind of set up. She had the little tube speaker playing music. I get there and she gets on the phone and was like, she told somebody the room number. So as the person was coming up the stairs, she told me, well, I appreciate you not pushing no threesome, and I got a surprise for you, so on and so forth. So I'm sitting on the bed. I'm kicking my legs like this, like a little kid. I'm rocking back and forth because I'm like, oh, mind you, it's her birthday. So the knock on the door, the girl comes in. The problem was this girl was a stud. She was a skinny, short haircut, hat cocked. You know how T.I. used to wear his hat?
You know what T.I. about how I bend my hat?
Yes, it was like that.
Yeah.
And she came in and she looked at me, looked at her, looked at me, looked back at her and was like, him?
Now, that is important because
I was offended.
I guess she felt like, as Mo explained, he described her, I'm assuming that she felt like, well, heck, whatever you're getting from him, you can get from me. Because it sounded like they were both probably pushing about 160, maybe 150.
Who?
You and the girl.
No, I was about 175 at the time. I'm 193 now. So
I didn't ask what you were now. I'm talking about then.
No, that was about that because I was about 175.
But the point is, you and the girl seemed like y'all had similar dimensions.
No. The girl was short and almost petite. She couldn't have been more than 135.
I thought she was tall. She was
short. I said, make me not my drink. She was short like T.I. too.
Okay, T.I.'s not that short.
Well, she was short. She was 5'4".
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get back into this now.
The hat made her look taller.
I wish I had that song. You could tell us T.I. people how I bend my hat.
So they go into the bathroom and I hear them discussing stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking it's going to be a chick like her.
Yes.
Because she told me what was going to happen, while she was coming up the stairs, and it's this dude, right? Looking dude. So I'm like, they go into the bathroom. She pulls in the bathroom. So then she goes out, and she was like, get the goodie bag. Oh, what? What is this?
Wait a minute. I need the likes. I need the likes up. Hold on, Mo. Hold on with the story. We need to get the likes up because now where we are, Mo is extremely excited because he has prayed for a
At
threesome.
this part, my excitement went down a little bit.
Well, point is, I'm going back. We're going to the backstory.
Okay, okay.
You have been praying, hoping and wishing and praying, and then this girl decides, oh, since he hasn't been asking, we're going to present one for her birthday. Now, he's thinking that it's going to be his birthday because he's going to get a chance to pleasure her and another young lady on her birthday. So he goes over here just as big and bad as he can. Goes to the hotel. It's right across from Lennox, so he's feeling, they're spending a little bit of money on this room. They're trying to ball out. I just want to make sure that we set the tone. The young lady comes up, and I feel like she threw her head up at him, and he threw his head back up at her, like two ninjas would if they were out someplace. And then he starts to feel like maybe this isn't going to go exactly like he thought. But the fact that he stayed and he was still committed to the activity means a lot. That's what I want you to keep into your head, that the fact that Mo, he saw the young lady with the hat bent like TIP. He stayed. He was committed to finishing the job. He was committed to understanding the assignment. The two ladies go into the bathroom, and the last thing he hears is, "Get the goodie bag." Okay, and Sue.
Only correction is I did not know it was going to be a threesome until she told me when the girl was coming up the elevator. That was the only thing. But other than that,
you're going to go have luxurious sex at a hotel?
Yeah. People do staycations and stuff like that all the time.
Okay.
But anyway,
all right.
The girl gets now she's seeing I'm a little apprehensive. She's
Hold
trying
on.
to
Hold on. I got one more question because I need to get some clarity. Hold on. Keep the likes up and keep sharing, guys. Now, when she surprised you and told you that this was a threesome, what did you say? Because I know Mo, you guys know Mo, he tries to play it cool. So what did you say when she told you that she had a surprise in store for her birthday? What was your response?
When she told me, thank me for not rushing her, she was like, they coming upstairs. I was like, oh, and I'm playing it cool because I don't want to spook her.
Yeah.
This would have been my fifth one. So I'm like, by the time I was praying for it, I only had two. I had another one that, the another one, and then, whatever. So she, she's calming me because I'm like, yo, what's, and then she was like, she's a girl. Cause I was like, why she was like, and so I'm talking myself into it. She's still a chick. I don't know what's up under them baggy clothes, but she's still a chick. So that's what I'm saying to myself. Yeah. So the girl comes up, knocks on the door, she lets her back in, she has the backpack.
Oh, she had to go get the goodie bag outside of the room. Yeah. I already know, I'm just doing this for you guys. This is great.
Yeah. So she goes into the bathroom, and at this point, this is the sidebar. This is when I start to learn that when every time I see one of them people with the bag, I just assume there's a bunch of toys in there.
You messed the story up by telling, but this is why.
Hold on, I got you. So they go in there with the book bag. We're sitting out. Do not play that music. This is not that. No, I will not tell this story. I'm not telling this story. No. That's the reason why I stopped telling the story.
Come on.
That's it right there.
Come on.
Because some people in the room start looking at me silent like, this is still a chick. Don't get it twisted. She might have short haircut and a part in it, but she's still a chick.
Did she have a part in her hair?
It's none of your concern.
Did she have a fade with a part?
That's not important. Listen.
I wanted to find some TI.
She go into the bathroom. old girl, you know, she started massaging my back, kissing on my neck, whatever.
Mm.
And then we hear the door open for the bathroom, and we both look up, and the chick got this harness thing on. She got a harness thing with a fake
A dildo.
but it's a novelty one because it's like huge. It's like this wide. It's not real. It's almost like a balloon. It's not even real. So then she see me pull back, right? Yo. She's like, that's not for you, that's for me. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do with that? You can't even, it's impossible. She was like, nah, we just play with that or whatever. And I'm killing the mood. And she tells me, she's like, you're killing the mood. I don't even want to go on with the story.
Oh, you're gonna go on. You're gonna go on with the story.
So the chick comes and she's like, stand up. The chick I'm with, she sits on the bed. Other girl comes up. Mind you, she had this ace bandage over her chest with a wife beater over it. Because I can see the ace bandage. It's like a light brown cream ace bandage, and there's a white beater over it. I can see it.
You can see it, the tank. Not the tank.
And I was like, so in my mind, she's on my left. So my thing is, don't look at her. Focus on her. I was almost about to say her name. Focus on her. She's sitting on the bed.
Hold on. Pause, Mo. I just want to point out to the women in the chat how even in the midst of mayhem, how determined our good friend is to still go through with the mission. Even in the midst of a hat cocked to the side like TIP, ace bandage over the titties, and a novelty-sized dildo. He still is determined to stay in the game.
To my defense, this was before I became the master of my desires, number one. Number two, I told you I went out with the chick once, and then half the time I just kind of met up with her real quick. We never had intercourse. So this is my first time with her too. Her. So that's why I'm like, I'm blocking tip out. Right? Literally. So she goes, now she's sitting on the bed. And it was, I don't know why they got a double bed, but it was
Who is sitting on the bed? Which
the chick I know was sitting on the bed.
Okay.
Was sitting on the bed. And I had stood up at this point. She was standing, the other girl was standing on my left. And she goes, I want to both of y'all.
Want to what?
Speak
it.
Oral.
Okay.
So in my mind, because I'm thinking this one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this one at a time. Here's the problem.
Oh, there's a lot of problems. But you could give us one. There's a lot. I'm sorry, Dorica.
So what happened was she takes both of the objects.
She takes your member and the fake member
like this and tries to put them together and do it at the same time. And when my member touched that I screamed. I didn't yell. I screamed. Ah! Like that. And I jumped up because I'm not used to touching, like that felt weird. And the girl's like, see, not the girl that's sitting on the bed. The other chick was like, see, I told you. and they start arguing. What is wrong with you? I told you. I told you. That's why I kept hearing. Then the other girl, well, I told you. You stupid. No, you stupid. You stupid. You the one sucking on the piece of plastic. You stupid. Meanwhile, I'm pulling my stuff up.
Now,
the
were
girl
you all the way naked? Where were you?
No. My joint was that's not important.
It is. Oh, it's important. We need a pic. We need visuals.
I wasn't gonna get with that kind of stuff in the room. You can't get all the way. You gotta have access to your pet. Anyway, no, there wasn't all of it. It was just down. Now, the girl threw a phone at her.
Oh.
Now, the other girl was trying to take the lamp out. You know how they have the lamps that hang on the wall?
Yeah.
She tried to rip that off and throw it at her. Okay. It didn't come off. It just went down. Then she picked up something. It was something in the back. She threw it at. Like, they started fighting inside.
Now, why were they fighting with such vitriol? Like, why would?
Now, here's the thing. I didn't find this out till a couple of days later because if I tell you, I left. When I was leaving, I was like, yo, this is. And as I'm leaving and I'm getting on the elevator, I see coming up the stairs. They didn't even come up the elevator. Was the hotel security or whatever the case?
Yeah.
And I assumed they was going in the room because when she grabbed her and they bumped up against the wall, you could hear people on the other wall banging back. You see what I'm saying? Because they weren't on the wall at one point, but then you still heard sounds coming from the other room. Like, jeez. What are y'all doing? That kind of thing. And that's why I was trying to get the hell up out of there. I was like, nah, I can't. It's too much. The police come. Like, it was like they were fighting.
Why did they start fighting at that level? Like, why were
this is what I'm getting to. So I left. She was trying to call me, text me. I wasn't responding. Then one day, like 2 days later, she was like, I saw in one of the texts. I went back and I saw some of the texts and was like,
I bet you did.
Let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell you, it's too long. Let me tell you the whole story. So she called and she told me the whole story. She told me for that other girl's birthday that she was with a stud. It was 2 studs in her. She did it for the other girl's birthday. So the exchange was for her birthday was to her to be, and she agreed to it. Now, when she said him, that's what made, I was like, oh, she didn't really like, I guess I wasn't up to par.
You knew that when she said him?
Yeah, but I didn't know why. Now I know why. You know, it still threw me off then. I mean, I put it all together, but when she was like him, because I didn't know they had agreement. Like, when she told me, it's like for her birthday, she did it. So she was supposed to exchange for, I guess for her birthday. And it was bad, man. It was bad.
My poor friend.
They had been off and on.
Hold on, my light. I just realized my light went out. Hold on.
Y'all don't laugh at me, y'all.
Please, laugh all you want. I still laugh.
I remember all this because Christal had me tell this story about 5 times.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like, what in the world? Who does
But
it?
The last time I told the story, and I said I wasn't going to tell no more, was because it was like last year or year before last.
It was at the Memorial Day picnic.
Yeah, last year.
At the picnic.
And Christal, and I saw the way 2 of the guys was looking at me, and they was asking, like I did something wrong, and I didn't know the story was making me look like I was LBC-ish or something.
I can't. I have to play it.
Now, y'all know way better. Hopefully, y'all know way better than that.
Well, but you know what?
In my defense, it was still 2 women.
You know what? I don't even want that. I want T.I. Because that's what I was thinking of when he told me this for the first.
She didn't look like she had the hat like T.I.
It sounded like she looked like T.I. the way you described her.
No, she was about my complexion. She did have the hat. I can't lie. Her hat was cocked to the side. She was.
And she had a backpack on.
And she had a polo shirt on. But like I said, when she went and got the backpack. That was the goodie bag, I found out. And then she went to the bathroom, came out, and it was like a harness type get up. I don't know, but
So what you're telling us is that that's what you were looking at.
no, no.
What you're telling us, wait a minute. What you're telling us is that when you when she came in the door, when she came in the door, that this is what you saw.
I saw the hat like that. That's it. Just
Can
her
y'all
hat
see
was
that?
like that.
Can y'all see TIP the way he bends his hat?
I'm just saying.
Oh my God, that is good fun.
I'm just
One
saying.
more time. One more time. Now, at the point that you see this, why are you still there?
Cause you can tell it's a chick, and then when she came out the thing, you could tell it was a chick. But she just had her joints down, you know.
But well, okay, all right. I'm sorry, and it is not okay. It is not okay.
What happened?
It's not, in the words of the dearly departed Whitney Houston, it's not right,
What's not right?
but it's okay. Uh,
Man,
it's not
listen.
right. But Mo, what would have been acceptable? What activity would have been acceptable with you all both um um wanting the same things, having the same
I don't
equipment?
gotta be with her.
So what I asked you, what would have been
She
acceptable?
wanted to be with her. I ain't have to be with her.
Okay, so what would have been okay for y'all to
I didn't call for that woman.
do?
I didn't order that.
But I'm saying, what would have, when you decided to stay, what would have been appropriate? What could have
I
happened?
would have did mine. They would have did whatever they did, and that was their business. I was focused. Damn, I was about to say her name. I was focused on one person.
So would you have been comfortable with any type of joint activity?
I would have had to see the ace bandage off. I might have touched the titty too.
Oh God.
It's still a chick now. Don't get it twisted. If I was about to say somebody else's name. And everybody know her, and she came out not too long ago, and dudes would still hit low key. Matter of fact, there was a basketball player that did.
Are you talking about Brat?
I'm not saying no names.
What? I mean, they ain't like you got a chance with Brat. She's
Yeah, Iverson was hitting that.
okay. She's booed up. She's booed up. Yeah.
No, right. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, so I want to sound, I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know how we got here.
That was a dating disaster. That's how we got it. If y'all knew this was,
I'm trying to see what is happening in the chat. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here.
it was a date. We
I have
said
no idea.
dating disasters. Hey, ain't none of y'all calling in telling y'all. At least I'm not. Listen, it happened.
And Hey You 7 Her 3 says, was that a date? Because this was a dating disaster.
I didn't know it was going to be that until the girl was on her way up to the elevator. I thought it was just going to be me and her. I knew it was a birthday. I can't.
But you were someone that had prayed for threesomes in the past.
Yeah, but I had 2 more successful.
So okay, Kanisha Rayford says, would you chop down young MA? Is it MA?
No, it wasn't. I didn't order
What
this.
is the girl that used to be that played on All American?
No, I would never. No, I didn't order this.
She too wears a hat cocked to the side.
I wasn't there for her. I didn't order this. She ordered this. I was there for.
I do believe that was God.
Hey man,
because he was praying for things that he should not have been.
I didn't get nothing that evening. I went about my way. I live on the other side of town. I just thought about it all the way. She's blowing my phone up, and I'm just driving on the connector downtown, thinking my head.
Oh, that was good fun. When I tell you, he really really let me enjoy. I enjoyed that story. I enjoyed it. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.
And
I enjoyed telling the story. I enjoy seeing the looks on Breezy. Yeah, Breezy. Yes.
listen, I did not order this.
No, but you were you were down to ride out.
No, I was down to let them do what they do. I was focused on the lady.
But you got to admit, there were several times when God might have said go
Go to what? I was going to go.
to your car. Like at the point
Um,
that she said get the goodie bag, that was an opportunity.
well, I wanted to see what that was about because I never heard of that before. I did want to see what that was about.
When she came out of the bathroom wearing the goodie,
Now,
that was an
okay, I
opportunity.
give you that one.
That was an
But to
opportunity.
me, like when because she saw I jumped back, I went like this, and she was like, that's not for me. That's not for you. That's for me.
How big was it?
It was. You can't. It's a novelty. If you know novelty is not.
But if
It's
that's the case, how was she putting them together to service?
no. The one thing she has a hand, and she just went. It wasn't going to work. It was just all in her. I don't know. She just wanted to lick it because you couldn't put both where you wanted it.
I'm so sorry.
It
Yes,
was. It was like
God
a
said
balloon.
go.
It was like a balloon. It was about. It was no way. She was like, it was just for fun. It was you couldn't. She probably had another one, and she gonna put that to work on her. Let's be clear. Put that to work on her.
Oh Lord, Lord, Lord.
And put that to work on her. I don't know, but I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there for that. I
Well,
didn't know what was going.
I will say something. I've had and again, I always don't want to tell too many negative stories because we are here to encourage people to take a chance. That was
Not that.
entertaining. That was entertaining, and it did. When I'm telling you, the way he said he screamed was like,
Yo, I heard myself, and I've never heard me sound like that.
oh my gosh, Gun Boss must not be watching because he clowned Mo. It was oh my gosh, everybody's stomachs were hurt. We were laughing so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are. These are the stories that we learned from. Now, I have a question, Mo, because I have something that has scarred me, and I'm not even. So there was a guy that I went on like 2 dates with, and I have a lot of friends that are proud card carrying members of the LBC,
Okay.
and one of these proud card carrying members of the LBC, he is a graphic artist, right? And so this guy said that he needed a graphic artist. So I connected him with the LBC guy. Now, I was never attracted to that guy. In fact, I hate I even went out with him. But it was one of them things where you're like, you know what, Christal, maybe you should try. This was like over 10 years ago. But still, I did go on 2 dates with him. So he had put up a post saying that he needed a graphic designer. So I connected him with the LBC, the member of the LBC. The member of the LBC hit me back and told me that my friend literally had hit on him with these telling signs. First of all, he said when they met up, instead of giving him a handshake like this, he said he was caressing his hand like that. You guys see this? That's what he was doing. Then he said that sometimes he goes on his live and he puts on Speedos. And he said that the guy that I introduced him to liked the picture, liked the story, and then unliked it.
Maybe he hit it on accident. I can't see why he would unlike.
He asked him when could they hook up to like talk business, but he said he was just super pressed. He said he kept like making eye contact with him, and he said this is how he knows. He was like, when a man shakes your hand, it's hard. He said this.
He massaged his hand.
He caressed it More than a massage, it was a light caress.
Woo. Yeah. That ain't good. That ain't good.
I'm shocked and very like, oh gosh, man. Guys, we got to get out of these streets. We got to pray and get yourself in something that's stable because you do not want to be in these streets. Mo, get out of these streets.
I'm not just because I'm single don't mean I'm in the streets.
Oh, you're in the streets.
I am not. What streets?
You're in the dating streets.
No, not really.
But I'm saying, like, what if it was Atlanta, but still, like, it is shocking. I know people think that there's a lot of like, and there are a lot of people that are part of the LBC here, but it's not everybody. Well, hell,
Yeah, because people from the outside swear as soon as you go outside, like I don't really see it as much as if you come here and you go to all the landmark spots, you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
All the what do you call it, the attraction places? What do you call it? What's that word?
What do you mean?
Not landmark. What do you call it? The attraction stuff that people come to different cities. All the
tourist attractions.
Yeah, you go to all those and you're gonna see it there, but that's not. They make it seem like it's everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Atlanta just has a bad rap. It's really not. It's not like that. Like, well, I mean, I don't think
if you
so.
go to certain places, you're gonna see. You go downtown, midtown, and
you go to Midtown, it's gonna be a problem. But I mean, I don't know. That surprised me because this is not a person that I would think would be doing that. But I also think back to what we said earlier. It's important to take your time when you're dating people and don't let anybody rush you. Y'all really, why are there trolls on here? Y'all whack for that. But it's all good. It's all good. My arms may be what they are, but guess what? My husband loves it though. So get you one. Get you one.
There you go.
If you had one, you probably wouldn't be on my YouTube hating though. You know what I mean? So that probably lets us know where you're at. But it's all good. I'm not even gonna get too much energy to that. But you'll just keep getting blocks. You can come back as any name you want to. But yeah, I think that you got to just take your time and pray and use discernment, because I think that when people make mistakes is when they are rushing, right? When you're rushing into something, you're rushing because sometimes you rush because you want to hurry up and get into it because you know deep down, this may not be right, but let me try to wish it away. Wish it away. So
or people are just like, I don't think the people have bad intentions sometimes when they rush. I think some people just get super excited, right?
Yeah.
And they could even mean well, but at the same time, I think people have to discover the pace themselves. I don't move on your pace. You don't move. We create something that works for not me, not you, but for us.
Right.
And I think some people get excited and just jump the gun and want to put it all out there or rush it to this stage, to that stage before it naturally gets there.
Yeah. I would say anybody that, and I've said this before, anybody that you meet online and they're pressing you for commitments, they're pressing you to not date other people, they're pressing you to be in a committed relationship with just them, and you haven't actually met them first, then you haven't spent time with them, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And that's not something, we're not doing that. Speed dating, we got to get to the speed dating on Saturday, but speed dating, you're going to get to know people, you're going to talk to them, you take what you got, like Mo said, you listen, but you never allow somebody to push you, because a lot of times people can feel like, oh, well, they want to be with me so bad that they're just so excited. And the reality is, yes, you're special, we're all special, but nobody who loves themselves moves that fast, because they need to figure out if you're crazy too. So if they not checking you out, then the chances are it's something wrong with them and they're trying to hide it. So a person that is, level-headed, they're going to make sure that they're taking their time. I saw a post on social media that was basically saying, like, there are a lot of people that have mental illnesses, and and they're not diagnosed, right? Because not everybody's family encouraged them to go to the doctor or go to a psychiatrist or go to a therapist. So there are a lot of people out here with undiagnosed really, really, really serious mental issues. So I think the best thing that we can do is to pray, have faith, but don't rush into anything, and pray for discernment. Take your time. Do not rush into anything. And if something doesn't feel right in your gut, then pay attention to that, because you don't want to operate out of fear. And when you operate out of fear, it's like, oh, this is a good one. If I don't take this, I don't usually get this. And it's fear. It's fear. Do not move out of fear.
Great point. Great point.
So what do you expect? What do you expect to happen, or what are you hoping to see happen on Saturday?
Well, first and foremost, just people to have a good time. An honest good time. Second, I hope that we can put some people together in a room that can at least be honest with each other, and maybe even if, I know the old cliche, if we can just get one, we had successful, but that would be nice to make, a genuine connection between two people. I would love for us to give tips to the men and to the ladies while they're there, because you only have a set amount of time, and then you're switching and you're meeting someone else. Set amount of time, and then we'll be playing games in between to kind of get a feel for people's energy and character without you being in their face asking questions, just to see how they interact or just how they move. And I think that'll help. And then we'll make a final decision, if I'm not mistaken. We'll put people together and see what they gravitate to and see what we can find. So I just think a good time overall, but to eliminate, I don't know if I should go over there and talk. We're cutting all that out. Everyone's meeting everyone that's participating in this game. Everybody gets a shot, and a fair shot,
right?
That's
why it's not like balloon energy, because first of all, I think the pop the balloon stuff, it's entertaining. We laugh at it all the time. And we want people to come out and have a good time, but we're not trying to embarrass anybody.
Right.
We're not trying to shame anybody. We're not trying to point out anybody's flaws. All you have to do, and this is the thing, ladies, and I'm going to let Mo, share with the gentlemen. If you sit down with a person on Saturday and you are not necessarily attracted to him, you don't have to be hateful to him. Like, that's what I hate about the way social media is moving right now. It makes people feel like if you're not attracted to someone, or maybe they're not your type, that you have to be hateful to them and shame them. That tells more about your character than the other person. So what you need to do, if you are not into that person, then you just need to, smile, chat, smile, and keep it moving. Like, you don't have to be a bitch just because you're not attracted to the guy, because I guarantee you don't want anyone to treat you like that. And we're all not each other's cup of tea. So that doesn't mean anything. Just because someone may not be attracted to you, or you may not be attracted to them, does not mean that you or them is not worthy of love. There are some girls that see a guy and they're like, oh, he's wacky, and somebody else could see him and be like, oh, that could be my king. So just keep it moving. This is not about being hateful. This is not about being like, I know he didn't. Like, leave all that energy at home, because that energy is keeping you single.
We're being ladies and gentlemen that evening.
Yes.
Feel what you feel, but you're entitled to feel however you feel, but to act it out and say mean things and so on and so forth, it's unnecessary. We're only here for a short amount of time. You can go off. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Nobody's making you stay forever or anything like that. So you can smile and keep it moving. If you're not interested, you're not interested, and there's a way to display that. You don't have to be mean about it.
Right.
Guys, you got a short amount of time. When we sit at the table, we are going to play a song, and through that song, you have a chance to say what you have to make an impression early. Don't get in there on some goofy shit. Listen, now if you make a laugh, that's cool, but you think about, it's like when Christal used to give me advice, or as my publicist talked to me about in the interviews, you hit these points, right? That's what you got to do here. You got to hit these points, get in there. Your presentation is going to speak a lot for you. So get your stuff together. That's going to say a lot. If you have time, get a manicure. if you have time. If not, get somebody to clip them for you, and at least make them. And the pimp nails is not going to work, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
The pimp nails is not going to work. I don't even like shaking y'all hand, because when y'all grab it like this, I be feeling y'all nails digging my skin. That's not. Don't do that. That's not cool. Trim those joints. Anyway, come in there smelling right. Come in there smelling right. You don't have to. Cologne doesn't have to be expensive. The drugstore has some in the glass thing. You got to ask the lady to get the key. If that's what I don't know what your budget is. I don't know what everybody's budget is, but smell nice. Smell nice. I would suggest something like this for your breath. Squirt, mouth, pause. Binocular or Altoid. Rinse your mouth out in the bathroom. Have your clothes fitting you. These are grown people. I'm not saying you got to come dressed up, but don't come in there with just the t-shirt on, fellas. Don't come in there with just some old white tee. This ain't that type of fair. You're going to feel out of place in this venue anyway if you come like that. Trust me.
Yeah.
So have your stuff together, and that's going to speak a lot. And she sees that, and if that's appealing to her, then it's what you say that comes out of your mouth that will seal the deal. You know what I mean? Your posture, you stand up straight. You can add a deep voice if you want to. It's whatever. I don't know.
But I think you got to be very careful between a girl laughing with you and laughing at you.
Because Christal slick. Christal used to date and laugh at dudes, and they didn't know. But she was out here. Trust me.
But they didn't know, so it was no harm, no foul.
You're right.
But if I was laughing, sometimes it was at them and not with them. And that meant I was going to immediately be moving on.
Get your beard lined up. Take care of that. If you got a bald head, shave earlier that day, man. Don't have 2 days of stubble on your head showing up. This ain't that event, man. This ain't that. Take care of that.
And we got guys coming out. We got women coming out. I think it's going to be a good time. Most importantly, like somebody said, it could be a networking thing. Yeah, come out, hang out with us.
Everybody's coming, participating. Some people are networking. Some people, all kind of stuff.
Or just some place to have a good time at on a Saturday night. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like you may need to get out of the house. I don't think that everybody is ready to jump into dating off the rip. Dating can be, you really got to get yourself together, get your confidence up. So it may be that you're not ready to actually participate, but you want to be in the room. You want to be around some positive energy. You want to sit and have a good meal, have a Seagram's Escapes while, and see how it goes.
Good vibes.
More than welcome to do that,
Yeah.
We want this to be like a family thing to where, you remember old school Fridays or Saturdays or somewhere where it was like once a month.
Yeah. So First Friday.
Yeah, we want people to come out second Saturday of the month, come out to ATL, hang out with Mo and I.
There you go.
And y'all are wild. You know what? But that just means that there are great things happening because we have so many trolls in the chat. Actually, not even trolls. It's just like one person that's disguising themselves as a bunch of different names. But that just means that there's like there's good stuff happening. That's wild. Yeah, dating can be emotionally exhausting, but I think when it is emotionally exhausting, it's when we're not doing it right? So we're expecting too much, or we're feeling like we did something wrong if things don't go the way we want them to. But we realize that dating is, looking for a job can be emotionally exhausting. Anything could be, so I think we have to change the way we look at it and look at it as an opportunity to learn more about ourselves, and also look at it as an opportunity to get to meet some people. There are some people that I met online that are not who I would want to date, but they are somebody that I was able to become good friends with, or that I was able to learn from. I'm going to put the registration in the chat where you can go and register. If you want to reserve your seat at the table, it is free. But if you want to reserve a seat so that you do have some place to sit down, and you're not sure about the speed dating, then you can go ahead and register. You can just show up. You can do either or. But I'm going to put the link in the chat here. So if you do want to register, you do want to have a table, you're more than welcome to do that. And so I put that ATL, that is the link in the chat right there. So if you want to go ahead and reserve your space, you can do that. MJ asked, will Mo be participating?
You know what? I was just about to address that because I got a DM asking me the same.
Please.
I got a DM asking me the same thing.
The ladies are ready for you to be participating.
I am not participating. I am on hosting duty with Christal.
He can't host and participate. That would be kind of weird.
Yeah, y'all don't want that.
Then they'll be mad. They'll be mad.
Registration. But I have friends that are, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna wish them brothers luck, man.
So Joyce asked, registration guarantees a table. If not, we just walk around and socialize. You can, but if you do register on that link, then you can reserve an actual table.
Yeah, your actual table. There you go.
So yeah, but
I mean there'd be tables if they're not there. If there's one available and it's not registered to anyone, you can gladly, yes.
Yeah, but we're hoping that we have a good turnout. So I would probably go ahead and register just so that you can have that. Doors open at 6, but we're going to actually get started around 7, and we're probably going to go until around 10. So it's going to be, a good night, lots of fun. Make sure that you come out with your best foot forward, and be ready to have a good time.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see everybody in there. If you come and you from the show, let's take a picture. Christal gonna post it. Would you do that?
Yeah, we'll post
it. Take pictures with the viewers.
Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post it on our YouTube channel. On the post, we'll do a swipe. I know we're gonna do a video, so you could be a part of the video that we're gonna share with Seagram's, because Seagram's Escapes is our official sponsor for Love Connection. So it's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna ask you this now. Let's talk about when people actually get on their speed dating. What advice would you give a woman who is sitting down across from a guy, and she wants to get to know him? What are some pros and cons of when she first sits down at the event?
Pro, smile.
There you go.
Like you said that earlier, and that is so true. Guys kind of lighten up. No one wants to feel like they're in this bam, 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 and just so hard and cold. And this is a friendly environment, good music, good atmosphere. So smiling helps, and the guy's going to relax. And because believe it or not, guys sometimes do get a little nervous because we don't know which. Obviously, we don't know what you're thinking. You don't know what we're thinking, and that's both sides. And a con is being negative. If you ask a guy his sign and he says Capricorn, he'd be like, "Oh, I hate Capricorns." Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That kind of energy. We're not here for the dislikes. We're here for the likes.
There you go. Say it again. We're
not here for the dislikes. We are here for the likes. We're in a short amount of time. You want to sell yourself on dislikes or likes. That's everybody.
Everything. Like if you go to a job interview, you don't want to tell the job everything that you don't like. Like leave your
overtime. Yeah. Now I ain't gonna be able to. They want to just get the job first.
And you know what? I think that says that you're afraid, right? So that says that you've had bad experiences. Everybody has had bad experience. I don't care if you are 23 or 53 or 63. Yeah. You've had a bad experience before. So you don't get a pass to bring that with you. Everybody has been through something. So you have to be open. But and I think that when you put the two of us, we definitely want to encourage that. We're going to have good music, 90s, just fun, R&B.
A couple, some people showing up.
Yeah, good food, good music. Like, shouldn't be no reason for you to be in a bad space.
It's a Saturday. We're gonna be upbeat. This is gonna be fun. Oh, and the music selection. The music is gonna be like we're going back to R&B, love, 90s vibe, or late 80s, all 90s vibe. Like music is really good. This is. If you're looking for trap music, this is not for you.
This is not for you. But you know what? People say that like 90s. I want a romance like 90s R&B, and that's what this is. It feels like it feels like, 90s R&B. It feels like Jodeci.
Yeah, what Mary J. Blige said, real love.
Yeah, real love.
Yeah.
And yes, you can come. You can come wherever you are. Everyone is welcome, even if you don't live in Atlanta. It looks like right now most people are in their late 30s to 40s and up. It's a mix of people, but I think probably the sweet spot is like 40 right now.
And
Um,
Caucasian people are welcome.
Everybody is welcome.
No, because I
Everybody.
had somebody ask me that.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
You get it. You get a date. You get a date. You get a date. Everybody. Everybody.
My
Absolutely.
Latino sisters and brothers, come on down.
Come on down. Come on down. That's the thing is love has no color. It has no color. We celebrate black love. We celebrate brown love. We just celebrate love. We just want people to come out and have a good time.
Yeah, we
Have
celebrate
a good
love
time.
for one night.
Yes. So we will be back. Actually, I think we're gonna do I'm hoping and the LBC, everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. The LBC are welcome. Now, if you are a member of the LBC,
Hey,
you're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to be honest.
That's all. And everything else, once you're honest, everything else will take care of
it. Yeah. And then you may find if you find a young lady that wears her hat to the side, she tips her hat to the side. There may be another young lady that's there for her. This is just love. Love is love.
Hey, if you got a mustache, listen, there's someone for you too. I would advise you shave it before you get to the ring.
And gentlemen, there's all types. One of the things I do want to say, I want to point out because I think that this is one of the things that is really done on social media that I don't like. There's this idea that women only want a man that is 6 feet, has 6 figures, and a 6-pack. Sir, do not let that stop you. There are all types of 5'7", 5'8" men around here walking around in love with beautiful men, with beautiful women.
Oh,
sorry, hold on. With beautiful women. Do not let that bother you. I want to say to guys, because I know that that's what we hear the social media conversation is. That is what it is. And that's not true. I got a girlfriend right now that every time we go someplace, she is booed up in the corner with some little short, thick man. And seriously, she likes a Cole. And it's okay. Coley Cole from Martin. It's okay. Like everybody, there's something for everybody. So don't think that everybody is all girls are only wanting one thing. Men need to come out, be open. Don't be on that BS thinking, women only want one thing. No, there is a good woman out there that will love your 5'6" behind and will treat you like a king. So we're just, this is not the pop and balloon energy. This is everybody comes out, because the reality is people say that men don't like this and women don't like that. But the reality is that there are all types of physical types that are in relationships. All types. So just because you may not like something doesn't mean that somebody else may not. So please don't, if you have that hang up, let it go and come out and have a good time.
And what helps you to have a job, though?
You do need a job. You do need a job. And there are good men left, Miss Pretty Amazing. There are. See, that's what we got to start changing the way we speak.
It's because, if I'm not mistaken, you're in Detroit, right?
Miss Pretty Amazing, are you in Detroit?
I think he's in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, Detroit.
That could be challenging, but the reality is if you exist, then there's someone that is just like you that exists on the other side.
It really, really, really is.
Yeah. Now, I do think men do need a job.
I mean, you shouldn't be dating if you don't have a job anyway.
I don't think anybody, man or woman, should be dating without a job. Everybody needs a job.
Yeah, I think, your focus should be, employment at that point.
Get yourself together.
Get yourself
together. You cannot, as a woman, expect a man to come on board and just take care of you from the jump.
Yeah, that's reserved for wives.
Yeah, and you shouldn't want that. You should want to, be connected with somebody that both of you guys bring something to the table, Yeah,
other than coochie.
Well, as Mo showed us earlier tonight,
Hey man, we done made past this. You keep.
Oh man, but I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump off. We're gonna be back on Friday. We're gonna be recapping the Family Empire Houston. I'm seeing the feedback on this show. People are really liking this show. People are saying that it is different than some of the other Carlos King shows because it's actually like family oriented and it doesn't seem to be a lot of mess. I
Yeah.
want to say we're early in there now.
Right.
We're early in, and we haven't, we just starting to get into a groove. So let's don't assume. I hope not, because these women are actually family. But let's just slow walk it.
I think I ain't gonna say what I think right here.
No, what do you think?
No, I think there's going to be stuff, but it's going to be spouse stuff. It's not the family stuff. They're going to be getting past. It's going to be spouse stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's also real life.
No, that absolutely is.
That's just real life. And I think that not Miss Pretty Amazing that Crystal What State has the best men because they are not here. Well, you know what?
Where is here?
I don't think there's any place that has like the best men. What I think now, I will say this, ladies.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Go someplace where there are men, like there are certain sports bars. Now you got to be careful if they're married, because sometimes if they're married, they won't tell you. But there are places that men are, and I think a lot of times women just we're not there. Men are sometimes in Home Depot and Lowe's.
Oh, they are. Go to men.
They are.
Men's spots.
Yep, go to men's spots.
Smart women know they in there.
I'm not a cigar spot chick. Like I know girlfriends that go to the cigar spot. But what I did used to do, my girlfriends and I would go to the sports bar whenever there was a game on, because we knew they'd be out there.
That's how you do it.
They're gonna be out there. Ohio, ooh. But there are Miss Pretty Amazing. There are good men because, like I said, you only need one. You don't need a bunch. You just need one. You just need to find the diamond in the rough that is as special as you are. And if you exist, then I believe that there's one that exists for you. I do believe, like Joyce Ayala says, there are great men all over. I believe that.
Miss Pretty Amazing is tired of what up though.
right. And bless her. I understand because I've spent some time. I got family in Detroit. It's definitely an energy there, but there are also good men as well. So you just have to speak positivity and say, you know what, the stats may say one thing, but I know there's an amazing man that's out here somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's going to find me and I'm going to find him and we're going to work towards it. And it's going to happen. Just believe that it is energy. You attract what you believe. You attract what you focus on.
Good. I'm a good man. There's good men out. We out here.
There are. You
just got to line it up with a good woman, or you have to line yourself. It'll take it to even in Michigan, wherever you are, they're there.
Yeah, they are. And like I said, you don't need a lot of them. You don't need 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. You just need one. You don't need a bunch. Now, Mo, you only need one as well.
I'm good.
No, I'm just saying, like, men sometimes feel like they have to have several. Like, y'all just need one.
I don't need several.
Since when?
I'm since a while ago. I'm cool.
All right, give us the number because the ladies want to know. Like, at what age did you decide, you know what, one is a good enough. I can deal with one.
40.
Okay. So
now still got to be the right one. That ain't my fault.
I do think that people don't approach people the way they used to, and I think that's because we're all. I mean, look at what we've gone through as a country. Thank you. Nobody really just walks up to people anymore. We were talking about that earlier, which is why I think it's very healthy to do a dating profile. But one exercise I would suggest everybody doing before they start dating, like if you haven't, our viewer that sent that email to us earlier, and thank you so much for that. In England, I think that you should do a vision board where you actually look at what you want, because sometimes we think we know what we want, but we really don't know what we want. So put out and visualize what you want. Write the words, get pictures if you have to.
Don't be putting Morris Chestnut cutouts from Ebony magazine and thinking that's a married man.
Yeah, that's a married man. Don't do that. And also don't be so focused on Well, you can, because you'll get what you ask for. If you don't be so focused on the looks only, because you could get a great shell with nothing inside of it, and then you're gonna be mad when it's not right, and you go, oh, I told you there weren't no good men. Nah, sis, you didn't pick right.
That's a fact.
You didn't pick right. So we all have to take some accountability in what comes to us, and just most importantly, be responsible for your mouth and what you say out of it. Making sure that you only let positivity come out of your mouth.
That's a great thing.
All right, so we're getting ready to get out of here, but we are excited about Saturday. We will be back Friday night. I think we should do like an Instagram, IG live on Friday before we.
We gotta let the people know the couple that we pick will be a sponsored date by us and ATL, but we will have them on the show.
We will have them on the show. Yes, we will have them on the show. We want to know what their date was like, and hopefully they can share that with us. So we're looking for this to be really interactive and a lot of fun. So yeah, you guys come out. The couple that we pick now, regardless of what happens, we just like honesty. So we're gonna pick a couple to have a free date on us. And I think it's like a brunch date. Mm-hmm. And so that is we have Seagram's Escapes. You can't get past free liquor. You can't get past a free date with the person if you actually come out and you guys are selected, and just good friends and good energy. You can't beat it. Come on out. Come on out. Shakrita Powell says, I created a vision board in January 2019 and met my now husband, September 2019. Congratulations. And I believe that, because vision boards are very powerful. And you know what it is? It's really because it activates your faith, because your faith, when you see something over and over again, it's putting that into your subconscious, and you're walking in that way. So I've had that happen where things on my vision board came true and I didn't even recognize it. I'd look back at it like, wow, I looked at that every day, and it gets to where it's in your subconscious. You're not even paying attention to it. And the next thing you know, it's like, wait a minute. And it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not that. So don't think that you can put $1 million on your vision board and just look at it every day. But it really is about activating your faith.
There you go.
And so thank you for sharing that, Chiquita. Thank you. I love that. Miss Pretty Amazing says, can we link? This is what this is about. We're all linked up. We're all linked up. We're telling each other positive stories. We're encouraging each other. Miss Pretty Amazing, you probably are doing way better than you think. He's not here yet, but he's on the way. You got to know that. You got to believe that. Walk towards that. And Chiquita just gave us a great example of how she was January to September. That's 9 months.
There you go.
Months. And you don't ever know where it will come from. And your situation may not be like somebody else's, but once you have faith, it's then, according to God's word, it's on the way.
There it is.
Now, Mo?
Yes.
Do you have any other dating stories that you would like to share before we leave?
No, I think I got it all.
I'm so glad we shared that one, because I tell you, that's my favorite one. It was the funniest thing. He was telling me that on the way home one time. I was crying. I almost had to pull over. I could not take it. But I
don't even want another one. Like, I was, after that, I tapped out.
He was cured of the threesomes.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
But there are people that are into that. I think if you're into that, there's nothing wrong with it. You just have to find somebody else who's into that as well.
Yeah.
Don't try to trick anybody. And ladies, if you meet a man that says that that's what he's into and you're not, then that's not the man for you. Don't try to decide, oh, well, maybe I'll do it this one time, because no. If he's into that and you're not, that's not the man for you, and vice versa. But who you are in your entirety is going to be the right person for some guy, and vice versa. Some man is out there thinking the woman's not going to want me unless I make 6 figures. As we talked about a few weeks ago, very, very few people make 6 figures.
You are good enough.
You are enough.
You look at yourself in the mirror. I talk to myself in the mirror every morning when I do my routine. In my second bathroom, I have a magic marker. I have a list of affirmations there. And I say those, I listen. Before I turn on any music, and then I someday I talk to my, I'd be like, yo, I ain't gonna say what I say, but hey, man.
Maybe you could share that with us next time, because I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like that would be
I'm never going to do that.
enjoyable.
Me in the mirror. But confidence and believe in yourself, man. You are worth it. You are able. You are all these things. I am. That's a real thing. Those three, I am, is real.
Yeah. And I think that you can. I remember when I was when I was dating, one of my guy friends went and started an eHarmony account for me, because they were just like, Christal, this is ridiculous. Let's find you an eHarmony account. I think that you can find people, but I think that one of the reasons that I think that people should do online dating is because it gives you a chance to practice flirting. It gives you a chance to practice talking without expectations. So a lot of times, if you meet someone in person and you're very attracted to them, then you kind of think up all these expectations. But I believe that when you are online dating, you can kind of take your time. You may be talking to several people at once, see whose personality, whose conversation you're enjoying. Take your time. It gives you an opportunity to play without, to really like sharpen your own skills without being all the way in the game.
There you
It's
go.
like rehearsal. It's like dating rehearsal.
But remember, you're dealing with real people on that other end. So let me
Yeah,
be
but you
real
can
clear.
also just delete them and ghost them if you need to.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all. We love you all for watching. I hope you
Yep.
got something out of that. Remember, like I started it, don't God is not going to ever require you to stay where you're not respected.
Yep.
Dating Diaries podcast. This is us. We love it. We are excited. We will soon be on like all the podcast networks. We just got to get those episodes uploaded. And I love the fact that we do these. I like the ones that we do the dating tips and stuff, because I think that's what people will want to hear. So make sure that you guys are here on Friday at 10 p.m. for the recap
Yep.
Family Empire Houston. Make sure you guys go ahead and like this on your way out. Like this on your way out. And we look forward to seeing you guys back on Friday. And then, of course, on Saturday at ATL.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Y'all be easy, y'all.